You're doing your part to stay at home and prevent the spread of coronavirus, but if you must go out, the CDC is recommending that you wear a face mask. How-to videos, including one from the Surgeon General, are circulating online. But if you're not crafty, luckily there are a lot of people who are.
Yep, and I know I'm definitely not crafty. No.
Same.
Not at all.
Oh, same. But we've got some help right here from Paige Meredith Ray, who's going to share a few tips on making masks at home.
Yeah.
Thank you for joining us on the phone.
Hey,
Good morning. Hi, friends.
Hi.
Thank you so much for joining us. Tell us, how long have you been sewing?
So as a kid, I basically grew up in my grandmother's sewing space. So I probably knew how to hand sew by the time I could write my name. And then the machine came probably by the time I was 10. So, you know, a good 2 decades, three, I guess, at this point. So,
Knew how to sew by the time you were writing your name. That is impressive.
Yeah, absolutely. So you are making masks for local people right here in our community. What materials have you found that work best when you are making your masks?
so I've just been making anything with 100% cotton, basically just because the breathability of it is really a lot more comfortable than some of the more kind of polyester material. So anything from bed sheets to sometimes kitchen towels are really good, and yeah, just anything that breathes, basically.
Okay. Now, have you run into any issues as you're making your mask? You're making it and you're like, oh man, I maybe forgot a step, or maybe there's material that you're working with, you're like, okay, maybe this doesn't work as well as I thought it would.
Yes. So I was planning on just donating all the masks that I've been making to the local group that I'm working with at the First United Methodist Church in Rogers. And I was doing that, and then I kept on getting requests for individuals who were needing help. And so I finally said yes to that. And then I realized I had run out of elastic, so I actually live out by the lake, and I went into town, and I realized all the craft stores were closed. And I was like, what am I going to do without any elastic? So I actually have started chopping up old T-shirts, and it's actually really, really easy and a lot less expensive than the elastic cording that I was using. So
that is a great tip.
Yeah,
I have
for
plenty
sure.
of old T-shirts laying around.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Now, you mentioned a church in Rogers. Are there some other organizations that you're working with that you know also locally that are making masks as well?
I know that the Arkansas Arts and Fashion Forum here in Northwest Arkansas are also making them. They're actually looking for seamstresses or sewists at the moment as well. So that could be an opportunity for folks to jump onto. And then I also know of another lady down in Fayetteville who is basically doing the equivalent of a little free mask instead of a little free library. And so, yeah, just keep your eyes open. There's all kinds of opportunities.
Yeah, for sure. And I know for you, people can order masks through you, and you're doing something very cool and, of course, charitable. For people who order a mask through you, you're donating one as well. Is that correct?
Correct, yeah. So for everyone that I'm selling, I'm also donating one. And honestly, I'm booked up for about 2 weeks right now just because everybody wants one. So that's why I figured making the how-to video would be helpful for those who have a little bit of sewing experience and can kind of figure it out themselves.
Yes, absolutely. Paige, thank you so much.
Paige.
You guys at home, you can see Paige's contact information right there if you're interested on additional tips and following her or even ordering a mask. Remember, if you order a mask from her, she is donating one to someone in need.
Yeah, thanks, Paige, for joining us.
Thank you so much.